Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and good morning to all my dear students who are listening to me. I warmly welcome you back to the class of science. This is Ms. Zunaira, your science teacher, and today we are back with the new topics. So, I hope that you all are well and fine. So, let's go to the chapter. Students, if you remember, we started a new chapter in last class, and the name of the new chapter was Our Food and Health. This is our chapter number 5, and it is on page number 33 of your science book. In this chapter, we have learned many of the things, and many of the things are remaining, which are left to be learned. So, let's begin. And here are the things to learn from the chapter, which includes food, nutrients and its types, balanced diet, main groups of food, preservation of food, exercise and rest, diseases due to deficiency of nutrients, types of diseases on the basis of their spread, which are communicable and non-communicable diseases, and in the last we would learn about prevention and treatment of diseases. Students, today we are going to start from deficiency diseases or the diseases due to deficiency of nutrients, because these all are the things which we have covered in our two previous classes. So let's get started with deficiency diseases. Here comes the deficiency diseases in front of you. Do you know what are the deficiency diseases? These are the diseases that can occur due to deficiency of nutrients, are called deficiency diseases. What are the deficiency diseases? The diseases which occur due to the deficiency of nutrients, okay, and these are called as deficiency diseases. Deficiency of vitamins and minerals can cause several diseases. Students, deficiency of every nutrient can cause the disease, but if we see your book, we would only discuss the deficiency of vitamins and minerals, okay? There are many of the diseases which are caused by the deficiency of proteins, carbohydrates, fats, but here we would discuss only deficiency diseases of vitamins and minerals. So let's begin. Let's start the deficiency of vitamins first. So here we go. As we know that vitamins are the groups of food, we have many vitamins like vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin D, C, E, K. Okay, here we are about to discuss deficiency of vitamin A. What happens when the vitamin A is deficient in your body? Skin becomes dry. Skin becomes dry, and night blindness can be caused. What happens in it? The patient cannot see well at night. Okay, this is the normal vision and this is the color blind. And the sources of vitamin A are milk, carrot and tomato. Now here we are going to know about deficiency of vitamin B. When vitamin B is deficient in our body, loss of appetite happens. Plus, there is a disease named as beriberi. It's a dangerous disease which affects the nerves and the muscles, right? Here you can see the skin of the patient or the affected person by beriberi. And why does it happen? It happens due to the deficiency of vitamin B. And here is a kid who looks like that he doesn't want to eat something. What is the loss of appetite? Loss of appetite is a kind of condition in which you dislike the food. Okay, you do not feel your hunger. So what are the sources of vitamin B? The sources are egg, milk and bread. Let's start the next topic, which is deficiency of vitamin C. Now, there is a disease called scurvy. Scurvy is the name of a disease that results in bleeding of gums and swelling of joints. In the picture, you can see the gums. Okay, usually the bleeding of gums is the result of scurvy. Okay, plus the joints get swollen. Here are some of the sources of vitamin C, which are tomato, orange, and cabbage. Let's move towards the next vitamin. Let's see what happens when the deficiency of that particular vitamin happens. And we are going to learn about deficiency of vitamin D. Rickets. Rickets is the name of a disease that affects the bones and teeth. The disease which affects the bones and teeth. Here I'm having a picture of normal bones, okay, and this is the rickets. You can see that the bones of the patient or the affected person are bent, right? The bones are bent, and this is how the legs of a rickets patient look like. Okay, so what happens when vitamin D is deficient in your body? The rickets can cause, and this is the disease which usually occurs in kids. Okay, so there must be the proper intake of the sources of vitamin D, especially in the childhood. Students, so far we have learnt about the deficiency diseases which can be caused by the deficiency of different vitamins. Now we are moving towards another segment of the deficiency diseases, which is deficiency of minerals. In this segment, we would see some of the deficiency diseases which are caused by the deficiency of different minerals. So let's begin.
Now students, what kind of mineral we are going to discuss now? You can see the name in the background, right? So we are going to discuss about deficiency of iron. Deficiency of iron causes anemia. Anemia is the name of a disease that is a disease of blood, and the person suffering from anemia looks pale and tired. Here you can see the hand of a normal blood person and the patient of anemia. You might observe here one thing, that the person who is suffering from anemia has pale yellow skin color. It happens due to the deficiency of iron. As I told you that this is a disease of blood. So what happens in it when iron is deficient in your body? The quantity of your red blood cell gets down, and and become the person becomes pale yellow, right? Students, now here comes the deficiency of calcium and phosphorus. Calcium and phosphorus are two different minerals, and these minerals are very beneficial for our bones and teeth. So if there is the deficiency of calcium or phosphorus, so there would be improper development of bones and teeth. Okay, person can suffer with joint pain as well. Okay, and the deficiency of these minerals can also affect your nails.
So the next mineral which we are going to study now is deficiency of iodine. Iodine is the name of a kind of mineral. Okay, what happens when there is a deficiency of iodine? A disease that is called as goiter. This goiter can be caused. What happens in goiter? This is a disease which causes the swelling of gland in the neck. It results in improper development of the body. Now here I am having a picture of a patient. Now see, normal thyroid. What is this thyroid? thyroid is the name of gland which is in the neck, right? Now see the thyroid of normal person or a healthy person, and this is enlarged thyroid. It means the swelling of the gland in the neck, which results in the swelling of neck. Okay, and it results in the improper development of body as well. So here you can see the gland. These are the glands which are present in the neck. Okay, and what happens in goiter? These glands swell up. Now students, look at this chart. Here are the names of vitamins and minerals, and here are the deficiencies, and here are the symptoms, right? Vitamin A is very important or good for our eyesight. So if there is a deficiency of vitamin A, so there would be the loss of vision, and symptom would be poor vision, right? And vitamin B, okay, you can relate it like B for berry. Okay, B for berry. So the deficiency of vitamin B would cause the berry, in which the muscles get weak. Now vitamin C, the deficiency of vitamin C can cause the scurvy, which is a kind of disease in which there is a bleeding from the gums, right? Vitamin D, when there is a when there is a deficiency of vitamin D, a disease can be caused named as rickets, in which the bones, especially the bones of the legs, get soft and bent. The deficiency of calcium can cause the bone and tooth decay. It means the improper development of bones and teeth. What happens? What are the symptoms? Weak bones and tooth decay. The mineral iodine can cause the deficiency of iodine can cause the goiter, and in the goiter there is a swollen glands in the neck. The deficiency of iron can cause the anemia, which is the disease of blood. And what happens in it? The affected person feels weakness. Now here we are about to learn the next topic or the bullet of the chapter, which is types of diseases on the basis of their spread, right? Up till now we have learned about the deficiency diseases which can be caused by the deficiency of different nutrients. Now we would see the diseases which are caused by different methods, and we would see their spread. So on the basis of their spread, we have classified the diseases into two major categories, and these two major categories are communicable diseases and non-communicable diseases. Okay, communicable diseases and non-communicable diseases. Students, these are very simple to learn. If you will see the name of the disease, communicable diseases are those diseases which can be communicated from one person to another, right? And the non-communicable diseases are those which cannot communicate from one person to another. So let's give the proper definitions to these terms. So let's start with the communicable diseases. Here we are about to learn the communicable diseases. The diseases which can easily pass from one person to another, who may become sick, and these are called communicable diseases. I'm repeating, the diseases which can easily pass from one person to another are called communicable diseases. These diseases are caused by different germs. Okay, they can be caused by different germs like bacteria, virus, protozoa, and fungi. And they are also called as infectious diseases. What happens in communicable disease? Normally, the infection is found in our body. Okay, so they are also called as infectious diseases, and they can transmit from one person to another. and these kind of diseases are called as communicable diseases. Okay, so if anybody is sneezing, coughing, so another person can get this the virus or the bacteria from the infected person. Okay, so it means it is passing, it is the disease which can easily pass from one person to another are called communicable diseases. Let's review it again. Communicable diseases that are spread from one person to the other. Diseases that are catching. Okay, that are catching. It means we can, for our convenience, we can see the word that gives a word communication. Communication means the contact, right? The catching. Diseases that are caused by the germs or pathogens. Pathogens is a word which we are using instead of germs. Okay, both words can be used. Examples of pathogens include viruses, bacteria, parasitic worms, and fungi.
Communicable diseases, or most commonly known as infectious diseases, are diseases that can be spread from one person to another and can cause a large number of people to get sick. They are caused by germs like bacteria, viruses, fungi, parasites, or toxins. But how are communicable diseases spread? There are two ways communicable diseases can be spread: through direct contact or indirect contact. Direct contact transmission occurs when there is physical contact between an infected person and a susceptible person. Indirect contact transmission occurs when there is no direct human-to-human contact.
Now here comes another disease which is non-communicable diseases, and it is opposite of the communicable diseases. So what should be the definition? The diseases which cannot pass on from one person to another is called non-communicable diseases. Deficiency diseases are non-communicable diseases. We have learned the deficiency diseases in detail. So we have seen that deficiency diseases are caused by the deficiency of different nutrients. Okay, not the viruses, not the bacteria, but the deficiency of nutrients. So these kind of diseases cannot pass from one person to another. For example, if a child is suffering from the deficiency of iron, the deficiency cannot be transmitted to another child, right? So these kind of diseases are called as non-communicable diseases. They are also caused by something harmful in the environment like fumes from vehicles.
Cardiovascular diseases, diabetes, cancer, and chronic respiratory diseases are known as non-communicable diseases. In recent years, these diseases have increased as a result of population aging, urbanization, globalization, and changes in lifestyles, and they've become the great epidemic of our age. Non-communicable diseases can largely be prevented by adopting a healthy lifestyle, but to do so requires more than simply personal determination. For example, when wholesome food is more expensive and less available than junk food. When physical activity is a challenge because the parks and recreation areas are not safe or properly equipped. Or when it's hard to quit smoking or drinking because advertising of these products seems to be all around us.
Students, here in front of you, you can see the comparison between communicable and non-communicable diseases. These all are the germs, these are bacteria, this is fungi, right? These are bacteria and this is protozoa, this is virus and this is protozoa. Okay, so these all are the germs or the pathogens. They can cause the communicable diseases. Okay, they can cause the kind of disease which can be passed from one person to another. But non-communicable diseases are like blood pressure, sugar and diabetes. These are the diseases or the heart problems or the deficiency diseases. These cannot pass from one person to another, so they are called as non-communicable diseases. Students, now we are going to start the last topic of this chapter, which is prevention and treatment of diseases. What should we do? We should prevent the germs from breeding and spreading. Okay, what is this word breeding? Breeding indicates their reproduction. It means we have to prevent the germs from their breeding and spreading. Right? Prevent the germs from breeding and spreading. Chemical disinfectant can be used to kill germs. Sunlight is the natural disinfectant. Less germs breed in the houses which are airy and open to sunlight. Germs in the water can be killed by boiling. We know that a number of diseases are spread by polluted water. So germs in the water can be killed by boiling the water. The next is we can prevent the mosquitoes from breeding by number of the ways. Right? We must know that mosquitoes can cause number of the diseases like malaria and dengue. Okay, so insects like flies, cockroaches and mosquitoes spread germs. It is important to prevent them from breeding. Mosquitoes breed in still water or stagnant water or standing water. So all the water tanks should be covered. Water should not be allowed to collect anywhere in or outside the house. To prevent the mosquitoes from biting, a mosquito net or the mosquito repellents can be used. Okay. Chemicals like insecticides can be used to kill insects. Now if you see the word insecticide is showing you that it is a kind of chemical which can infect the insects, right? So this is the chemical which is used to kill the insects. Now these were the methods from which we can prevent ourselves from any disease, but there are many other processes and vaccination is one of them. Vaccination is a method of preventing germs from causing diseases. What is vaccination? Vaccination means to introduce a disease germ in your body so that the body produces defense against it, okay, which remains throughout the life. It is especially important for children to be vaccinated against various diseases. But if the diseases are caused, so what should we do the next? We should take the drugs which are used to cure the diseases. These drugs are called antibiotics. Okay, these are the chemical drugs, or we call them in our slang language as medicine. Okay, so drugs which are used to cure the diseases are called antibiotics. So students, we have learned a lot of things from this chapter. Now the time has come to say goodbye, right? I suggest you to read your books properly, okay? Underline the important lines. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself. Khuda Hafiz.